I have a chronic disease, diabetes, and it's a bastard. Contracted in 92 when I was about 42, 43, so adult onset. Initially, first 10, 12 years, injecting diabetics, but the side effects hadn't started to manifest themselves in so far as they impacted on my daily life, on my capacity to do things. However, as I got older, there's worries with eyes, with feet, with digestive system and so on. So diabetic neuropathy started to occur. So then you have the medical treadmill and the necessity to see the eye specialist, to see the podiatrist, to see the gastroenterologist, to go to the GP regularly. So you're definitely a big part of the health scheme and it's a major part of your life. One learns as you travel through, if you've got a continual condition that's not going to go away, you learn to manage it as best you're able, and you take the advice of the health professionals. You look at what the diabetes educators tell you and look specifically for things that you can do to improve the bottom line in terms of management of diabetes. So it's a real bugger though. It is difficult to manage, no matter how careful you are.
So do you find that some of the difficulty, or does some of the difficulty come from sort of the multiple medical specialists?
You can't ignore. You can't ignore one part of the condition or the side effects of it, if you like, in exclusion to the others, because it's a holistic thing. And it does affect all parts of your life and what you're able to do. I don't allow it to stop me doing anything. I injected up in the mountains when I'm skiing, down the beach when I'm surfing, bushwalking, whatever, it doesn't matter, or rafting, I've got to take my gear with me. But you've got to be conscious of it, and you're living with it daily, hourly really. It's interesting in that each of the specialists, if you like, have their individual specialty, and that sometimes there's not always one person with a holistic view of your treatment. The endocrinologist is the person who, I suppose, is, well, you have your GP first, then you have your endocrinologist who's the specialist in diabetes. But then all of the other connections, sometimes it's like a cobweb, if you like, and I don't think all of the information gets back to the central point often enough. Yep. And you've got to go to this one and then to that one, and then somehow or other there needs to be an overview. So case management, if you like.
Yep.
And I'm perhaps fortunate in that I can afford private health. Yep. So that I can get treated almost immediately and choose who treats me. Sure. I know that in the public domain, other people that have my condition have to wait to get this connection, that connection, and I don't think, if you like, the holistic or overall management of their condition is anything like as effective as mine is, so I'm fortunate really. If I have any sort of criticism of the private system that I'm able to access, is that it can be fragmented, and you don't get that holistic connection because each person is dealing with their own part, and it's not always communicated. It may be in a brief letter, but not, we need to have a case study, if you like, and there's never time to do that. You get all the paraprofessionals and the professionals together to say, oh, this is Muzz, this is what's wrong with you, what have you found? Let's get it all together. So, anyway.
So in the view that possibly one thing that could maybe have improved your journey would to have been to have a care coordinator or a case manager that sort of pulled all of that information together.